younger guy, an older guy, had a great game again. Is there any way that these guys aren't the best tandem of defensive backs in this league?
Well, they're good. You know, they're very good. And Kenny's experience obviously serves him very well. And Ray Sean has a great feel for the ball. But what really helped them, and they'll be the first ones to admit it, was the pass rush on that quarterback. And whenever you get a good pass rush, it forces that quarterback and throwing the ball, not necessarily when he wants to. And if he's got people wrapped around him, you know, we felt like he'd throw the ball to us, and he did.
How much do those two guys feed off each other? I'm assuming that a lot of Ray Sean's success probably is due to Kenny McIntyre and all the experience that he's brought to the table this year.
It works together. I think the three guys out there, they have to have a good familiarity with each other and trust. You know, when you have trust in each other, you're able to just play your game without thinking too much. And there's a trust level there. You know, Ray and Kenny have played now alongside each other for a lot of weeks now, and they play really well together.
Fourth quarter again, and the Vipers trying to come back in this one, but it won't matter long as Hill will toss one right back into the hands of the Vipers. Number 18, Eric Crosby with the pick. He will take it all the way for the score. A rare blunder on the day for number 11, 38-27. Vipers drawing close. However, Bobby Scipio reaches up, is going to get another pass from Nick Hill, and it's a 28-yard connection, 45-27 Predators. Coming right back on this drive is Hicks, and the short TD loft to Brian Jackson makes it an 11-point advantage for Orlando. More trouble for the Preds with about 6 minutes to go. Nick Hill fumbles, and this one will roll all the way into the end zone. It's a touchback, and Vipers football. Alabama trying to make up the difference. Hicks will be put down by Nelson once again. Orlando more than doubles their season total in sacks leading up to this game, recording 5 after only registering 4 in their first 12 games. With Frizz taking the final sails out of the Vipers ship, it comes to 4th and 9 for Alabama. Hicks passes complete, but they won't get enough. Orlando will run out the final 36 seconds of the ball game, holding on for the physical win, 45-34. A lot of positives to take out of this game, Coach. One scary thing that we'd kind of like to get updated on, if you've got an update for us, Kenny McIntyre sustaining that head injury there in the ball game. He had such a fantastic performance. How's Kenny doing? Is he all right, and what's his status?
Kenny's good. You know, it was a little scary there for a second, but he had a mild concussion, not too bad. A little bit of a sore neck, but Kenny's fine, thank goodness. I talked to him last night, and he's just a little sore, but ready to go this week.
5 sacks on the game for the Predators, an impressive number for you guys. Only 4 all year. You'd ranked last in the league in that category. What made you successful with the pass rush? What clicked?
Emphasis, you know, and watching Alabama on film, we really felt like we were going to be able to rush their quarterback pretty well. You know, they're missing their center. They had some guys playing out of position, and it was time. We challenged our guys and said this game was going to be one up front. We told our guys that, and luckily they took over the game there, and it worked out.
Talk about Frisner Nelson, a guy who got 2 sacks in that game, his first 2 sacks of the season. A lot of joy coming out of those 2 plays for him. Talk about his development this year and just how he's been able to help you guys defensively, bringing him in mid-season.
Frizz is a pleasure to have on your team. He is a great locker room guy, and his motor runs 100% all the time. You're always going to get 100% effort out of him, and it's so neat to see because we brought him in on a 2-day contract. Didn't really expect much from him weeks ago, and he just impressed us with his work ethic and his ability to play different positions on defense, and he's been a great pickup for us.
6 and 7 now. You had that 4th spot in the playoffs for about 5 minutes, and then Oklahoma City wins Saturday night, and via whatever tiebreakers some of us don't understand, but they're in the 4th spot right now. Talk about just how crazy it is right now down the stretch with 3 games left, and you got 3 teams bunched up with also Alabama there at 6 and 7.
It's real tight. It's real tight right now. Fortunately, we get to play Oklahoma in 2 weeks. We have a big game this week against Milwaukee. That's what we need to think about, is the Milwaukee game, and take these games. You know, the cliche, we got to take them one at a time, but it certainly is true, and we have to have a playoff mentality, you know, going into Milwaukee.
Now, you beat the Iron 58-54 back here in the jungle a couple months ago. What can you take from that victory and apply it to the game on Saturday?
We played a pretty darn good game. I think early on we got a couple turnovers from them, which helped us, but then we had a couple lapses in there too. They have an excellent pass rush. You know, Kareem Smith is a very good pass rusher, maybe one of the better ones in the league from Milwaukee, and you know, they got that guy, that quarterback named Chris Carson, who's, you know, he's the best in the league. He's the best in the league. He's not going to make mistakes, and he certainly knows what he's going to do with the ball every time. So we've got a tremendous challenge to go on the road we've been pretty good on the road. We've got to continue that.
You mentioned Chris Greisen. He threw 6 touchdowns, no interceptions against you guys. Still had a very good game even though you pulled out a win. Is he a guy that you can still kind of let have a good game and beat this team, or do you guys need to lock down on him a little more on Saturday?
Well, offensively, we got to make sure we got to put up points. I mean, this isn't a game that's going to be 45-34 like it was Friday night. So what that means is we got to take care of each possession. We got to finish possessions with touchdowns, not have to kick field goals, and get points on the board, because Chris is going to get his points. He's going to get his, and he's going to take care of the ball. So offensively, we've got to take advantage of each possession, and defensively, we've got to find a way to get a turnover or two and win it in the fourth quarter.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Carson.
Reminder, big game Saturday, July 17th, an 8 o'clock start in Milwaukee. You can catch the game on Nifty TV, and also the Predators have a big watch party here. It's going to be at 504 North Alafaya Trail in Waterford Lakes. That's at Buffalo Wild Wings. Should be a good time. Lots of specials. You'll have some of the Prowlers out there. You'll have some of the players that couldn't make the trip to Milwaukee via injury or being on the inactive list. So come out. Should be a great time at the watch party to root on the Predators. So for Coach O'Hara, I'm Carson Engel, and you've been watching The Pat O'Hara Show.